Welcome to Coweta Schools Game Day, where we highlight the student athletes and athletic programs in the Coweta County school system that bring so much excitement to our community throughout the year. I'm Hap Hines, principal of the Central Educational Center. This program is being brought to you by the video team members here at CC through our school system's CCS TV YouTube channel. And today we're bringing you all the action from our high school football season. This Friday, the Northgate Vikings, fresh off their win at McIntosh, are home this Friday, hosting 4-3 Northside. East Coweta is home against Campbell High School. And Newnan High School has a bye week this week, but hosts Langston Hughes on October 20th. We'll bring you the action and clips from the past games and talk about the players and coaches with Northgate Vikings head football coach Mike McDonald, East Coweta head coach John Small, and Newnan head coach Chip Walker right here on Game Day, so stay with us. Welcome back to Coweta Schools Game Day, where we're here with head football coach of the Northgate Vikings, Mike McDonald. Mike, great to have you back.
Thank you, Coach Hines.
Coach, congratulations. I need to start this show off with that. You have earned yourself in an elite group, and having the chance to work with you through the years, this is well-deserved. You do things the right way. You have done so much for kids, never asked for any credit. But again, it meant a lot to our Coweta County community. We're all proud of you. Just congratulations on earning your 100th win Friday night.
I appreciate it, Coach Hines. I've had a lot of good coaches to prop me up. You've been one of them. Got a good staff right now, as good as I've had. And as you know, you got to have supportive administrations too. And I've been lucky there, and got to give credit to Coach Hicks and Miss Wilkes and all the principals and ADs I've worked with through the years. And they've had a lot of people prop me up.
Well, this comes as no shock, Coach. The word on the street has always been Coach McDonald is humble to a fault. He never wants to take any credit, but it was just great for me. I was able to be there at the end of the game and just to see your team, your high school community, your beautiful wife Kim, your sons Matthew and Kyle to be there. Just a great special moment, and Coach, that is super well deserved.
I appreciate it, Coach Hines.
Coach, as you look on your career, and I want our viewers to kind of hear from this. What led you into coaching? Why do you do what you do?
Well, my parents were both educators. My dad had been a teacher, coach, a principal. Moved up to the county office. My mom was a career history teacher, and be honest with you, Coach Hines, I kind of ducked it. I said I'm not going to go into education, and so I got to college and took an accounting class, and I spent one day in that accounting class, and I realized I'd better get into something I like. So I went that day and changed my major and got into education, and it was the right thing to do.
Well, Coach, I know all of us are super glad you changed your major right there. And again, just we thank you for what all you've meant to Northgate, to the Newnan community, to the Coweta community, and the many kids that the lives you've touched and led by example and doing things the right way. Just super proud of you. Coach, big win. It's awesome to get to undefeated in region play and get that first win against a real tough McIntosh team. Tell us some of the things you really liked from the game Friday night.
Well, I tell you, the biggest thing, I thought we really did a good job of playing complementary football. Offensively, we ran for 419 yards. Wow. And so, again, that kept their offense off the field. I think we punted one time the whole 9. That was from their 40, and we did a good job there and pinned them deep. So, again, I think, it was complementary football, and we kind of took their strength away by running the ball right at them, and again, it kept them off the field.
Well, Coach, like I said, it looked like when I got there, y'all were making some great plays. Kids were fighting hard. Let's take a look at some of these highlights from Friday night.
You're going to see we start the game out right here. They're going to kick off. We're going to go Evan Garrett. Going to go about 99 yards right here, Coach.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you want to start things off.
Has he had a year or what, Coach?
He has. That Evan had 282 the other night, and that doesn't include the kickoff return right there. You're going to see Marcus Barnes coming off the edge here with the sack. Marcus has played really well. Cade Bates right here busts through the line and is going to tackle the running back for a loss. Cade had a big night, and here goes Evan. This is our second drive. We run Duke kick, and
Goodness gracious.
yeah, he's gone right there. Offensive line blocked really well, and again, you're going to see Jaden Middleton right here with the sack on their quarterback. Jaden played well again, and we're going to roll out here, and Dylan Barber's going to hit Josh Veen for a big gain. We come back and run counter here, and you can see Evan
Good
again.
yeah, hits that crease.
Really running well here, and again, we're going to hand it up inside, and another big run by Evan up inside there, and a lot of push from the offensive line. Here they're trying to run a little tunnel screen, and Mason McKnight comes up and makes a great tackle. And right here you're going to see Amir Hopper just pushes the nose back right into the quarterback right there and gets the sack. And Hopper again, and then you're going to see Bryson Davies right there on the sack. And here we go. Running power right there, and another good run by Evan. And we're gonna run a little Fox play right here, and we just come wide open there, and that's Josh Veen. A good throw by Dylan right there, and big play right here, Coach. Is before halftime, and they try to throw a screen, and then Bryson Davies is gonna pick that off, and
he read that good.
He read it really well, and get a touchdown there. Again, you just see a lot of white shirts around the ball, and good cut right there by Evan, and watch him finish his run off, Coach Hines.
Goodness gracious. Let me tell you, he is yakking it yards after contact, as they say, right?
Yep, and you're going to see him put it in here. We run Duke kick again, and puts it in there again, and now we're running counter again, and just dragging folks. He really ran determined, and not the biggest guy, but he plays big. Again, you're going to see us on the counter, and he breaks out of there, and another big gain for Evan. And this was a heck of a run here. They got him in the backfield, and I don't know. I said you should have seen it live.
Is that him or Brock Bowers?
Yeah, it was a heck of a run, and a good run right here by our quarterback, Dylan Barber. We come out and run speed option, and he's going to take that one in. They trying to run quarterback draw there, and Cade Bates on the tackle, and this Bryson Logan comes in, and look at this run here. Boy, tough. He's really punishing folks, and he's going to finish this drive off right here, and bowls into the end zone there. And it's good to see Bryson run like that. And they're going to try another screen, and you're going to see Bryson Davies right there on the tackle. Read it really well right there.
Coach, that is awesome stuff. Like I said, I was privileged to be there at the end of the game, watching your kids play hard for you. I got to think, I want to hear about your big play board, but surely you're going to be feeding your offensive line steak dinners this week, right?
Yeah, big play board versus McIntosh. Had most hits was defensive end Cade Bates. Big play, which is tackle for loss, was also defensive end Cade Bates. We had 4 hammers this week, Coach Hines. You saw one there on the run by Bryson Logan. Also offensive tackle Malachi Mitchell. One of our corners, Kyron Williams, had a hammer, and then also middle linebacker Braxton Davies. Takeaway, we saw the interception there by Bryson Davies. Our highest grade O-line this week was Malachi Mitchell. Our highest grade defensive line was Marcus Barnes. Highest grade secondary was Kyron Williams. Highest grade linebacker was Jaden Middleton. Meanest Viking, we had Evan. Of course, you saw how he ran, and on defense was Cade Bates. And then, as you said, we gave it to the whole offensive line. When you run for over 400 yards, those guys were
blowing them up.
They were. Racehorse went to Evan Garrett. Again, he had 282 yards, also a 99-yard kickoff return. Air Viking went to Josh Veen. The game breaker was the interception there before halftime, Bryson Davies. Our spirit ball went to Trey Gaddy, our center. Kicking game went to the kickoff return team. Captains for Northside Columbus this week will be Evan Garrett, Malachi Mitchell on offense, and Cade Bates and Amir Hopper on defense. Player of the week, of course, went to Evan Garrett. Again, 282 yards, I think on 25 carries.
Wow.
Yeah, and a 99-yard kickoff return to start the game. Scout team this week, offensive lineman Cole Gibson for offense. Cole does whatever we ask to do, doesn't complain. Had our scout team center out, and Cole jumped right in there.
That's awesome.
And then on defense, we had outside linebacker Landon Bingham.
That's awesome, Coach. Coach, you got another big region game coming up this week. I know it's important to stay undefeated in region play, control your own destiny. Northside Columbus, they look like a tricky bunch coming off they had a pretty good win against, was it Harris County this past week?
No,
Harris County got them. I stand corrected.
They're a good football team.
Right.
They are. They've won a lot of games this year, and they're got a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
They play tough, and they play physical. I think last year in the regular season, I felt like they were probably the most physical team we played. They get after you, yeah, we're gonna have to really play well.
Well, Coach, you got them at home. You guys are playing great football. You know, we just got a lot to be excited about with Northgate, Viking football. All the wonderful things that are going on in Valhalla. Your 100th win, so well deserved. And again, my friend, just super happy for you and your program. Great job.
Thank you, Coach Hines.
And with that, we'll be back more with Coweta Sports Game Day in just a few moments. Welcome back to Coweta Schools Game Day. We're here with head football coach of the East Coweta Indians, John Small. Coach, there is absolutely no shame at all coming up short against the Carrollton Trojans, and there is a lot of football left to be played. And I know your East Coweta Indians are going to be in the thick of things in the region play and state playoffs. Tell us about the game Friday night.
Well, like I said, the Carrollton Trojans came to town. Nationally ranked football team, very talented football team. We knew that going in. Thought our kids played extremely hard. We made some mistakes, and they made us make some mistakes because they had talented kids. But, I was really proud of our kids' effort, even getting down, still battling and fighting.
Absolutely.
And that shows a lot of their character. But it's only one game.
Absolutely.
We preach a one-game mentality every week, win or lose. So go back to the drawing board and get ready for a tough Campbell team coming up this week.
Coach, it's always been a strength of yours and your players to always bounce back. They have always bounced back strong. And I know they're going to be ready to be foaming at the mouth against Campbell coming in on homecoming. Tell us about what we need to expect out of the Campbell Spartans.
Well, Campbell's got a new coaching staff over there. They got a new regime running it. Got some talented kids. Got a quarterback that's very talented, very tough kid. So we'll have our hands full, and they're playing their first region game. So they're 0-0 in the region. They were off last week. So we got to get ready to play.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, let's take a look at some of the highlights from Friday night.
Yeah, defensively, they stress you at every level. Thought our defensive line played extremely well up front. Early in the game, we got them 3 and out, start the game there on this drive. But our kids did a really good job of being physical against a very physical football team. We had a lot of kids that stood out in this game against some talented players.
Absolutely.
Here we're stringing it out here. We held them to a field goal here on that drive, and they missed it. We got some pressure on the quarterback, who's a special talent, one of the best I've ever seen in high school. But you don't stop him, you just try to contain him as much as you can. But great play here by Josh Anderson, knocking the ball out there late. Malachi Duggar stood out for us Friday night. He was our defensive player of the game. Played extremely well, had tackles, caused fumble recoveries. We caused a couple turnovers in the game. But Jalen Thornton, Austin Arrington, again, Lucas Knockin, Tyler Horsley. Darion Horsley had the biggest challenge of the night, covering their number 7.
Right.
And held the guy to 3 catches for 44 yards. And he was our Georgia Farm Bureau Player of the Week. So, but really proud of their effort. Even when we got behind, the kids kept playing hard and scratching. And that's something we can build off of. And if you want to go all the way, you're going to have to play those guys again somewhere. Brock Belton continued to be excellent in the special teams. We asked him to do a lot of things this week. We changed the punt formation. We did sky kicks. We did all kind of different stuff. And he just answers the call every single time. So really proud of him. But Our
Great
deep
kid.
snapper did a great job again, Keaton
Yeah,
McNutt.
Keaton does great.
They brought a ton of pressure. Early they were jumping over the line, which is they had to
Yeah.
get that corrected. But he kicked a field goal. He had 3 extra points. Those were big points there. Wish we'd have come away with 7, but Brock's been steady
Brock's
all
great.
year. He's
Yes,
been
he has.
our special teams player of the week of the game this year. So here's an onside kick here. We're trying to get back in the game, and
I like it, Coach. You're being
we get it.
aggressive, and
Yeah.
that's a great thing.
offensively, Deontay Jones was our offensive player of the game. He's running the ball here, but he
Super hard.
finished the night with 14 carries for 138 and a touchdown. But really, really proud of his leadership during this game. When
I
things
agree.
got down, he really was a
He
bell
is a
cow
great
for
kid
us.
and is having a great year, Coach.
Yeah, Cohen Peoples again played well. He was forced to run a good bit, but made some good throws. Here's a big throw here to Deshaun Horsley, who gets in. A great connection there. He's going to come back here, throw a fast screen to Deshaun, picks up some yards here.
Coach, they're fighting there. They are fighting.
Seth Gritton here. Well, this is a throw to Walter Maestri, a freshman receiver.
Wow.
Who makes a big play. And then here's a 91-yard run, 91-yard run by Deontay here.
I was gonna say, it seems like that might be his second one of the year already,
He's got a
going over 90 yards for a touchdown.
91-yarder, so he's played extremely well. Here, Cohen's going to connect with Seth Gritton. A great ball in the corner of the end zone. Great catch
it
there,
is.
keeping his feet
Great
in
throw.
bounds. So the kids kept fighting. Here's Darrell Thompson running the ball hard. You know, wish we could have got some things going earlier. But once you get behind like we did, we're forced to do some other stuff. But here's a good throw and catch by Cohen Peoples to Seth Gritton again there towards the end of the game.
Coach, you know, when you watch the highlights, you guys had some great explosive plays against a nationally ranked team. And, you know, I think that only shows that this is a special season for you guys, and it's going to continue to be a great season for you guys as y'all move forward. I'm excited to see who hit up the big play leaderboard for you.
Yeah, well, like I said, the defensive player of the game was Malachi Duggar, senior outside linebacker. Our offensive player of the game is Deontay Jones. Our City of Hope special teams player is Brock Belden. Hog of the week is a young man named Jarvis Murray, probably 5'7", 190 pounds, plays DN for us, but been a program guy. He's played very well for us. Doesn't stand out in stats every week, but his effort is second to none. So really proud of him the way he's been playing. Our Georgia Farm Bureau player of the week was Darion Horsley, who's a junior corner. City of Hope Scout Offensive Player of the Week was a senior Carson Westerman. The City of Hope Scout Defensive Player of the Week was Austin Nunez. And the Scout Special Teams Player of the Week was Caden Cambry. So really proud of all those kids. A lot of new names on that list and the Scout team, and guys are giving great effort.
They are. Well, Coach, like I said, you've got homecoming coming up this week, and it's a special tradition at a place like East Coweta High School, as we all know. You know, how important is it for your kids to enjoy the week, but also lock back in, get ready for Campbell?
Well, you know, we tell them homecoming week is for everybody else. Our job is to win the game so everybody can enjoy homecoming. And the dance and the punch and the snacks don't taste very good with a loss. So you better go out there and win the game Friday and then enjoy the dance after that on Saturday. But our kids will be ready to play. Very resilient group. They're excited about getting back to practice. They did yesterday, and we're looking for a great turnout at Garland Shoemake and try to get us another win.
Me too, Coach. Coach, your expectations have set the tone and culture for your program. I think it is as well cemented as any program among the top in Georgia. And you've done it, and as you can see through the years, you've taken down giants like Collins Hills, Marietta's, Lowndes, Norcross, Norcobs. I can go on and on and on, and your kids are used to that. They don't flinch. You know, where do you see that going as you kind of navigate through the rest of region play for the season?
Well, you know, region play, you got 4 region games. We're very upfront with our kids. With a 5-team region, you got 4 games. And what you do with those 4 games determines a lot of things. You know, you probably can't lose a game and win a region championship.
Right.
But you can win the rest of them and be the 2 seed and host a playoff game. If you win this week, you're in the playoffs. Then it's a matter of what seed are you going to be. You know, so the focus, let's get in, let's see where we're going to be seated at, and then once you get in, it's wide open. And we tell our kids all the time that, you know, the environment may change and the kids will answer, but the expectation never changes.
Well, Coach, there's going to be no doubt when your guys are there, and I know you're never going to let anyone jump the gun and look, you're going to stay focused on the task at hand week to week. But there's no doubt, based on the schedule and the culture that you set there, they're going to be primed and ready come playoff time. I'm excited to go see it. So, Coach, thank you so much for being here. And with that, we'll be back with more Coweta Schools Game Day in just a few moments. Welcome back to Coweta Schools Game Day. We're here with Chip Walker, head coach of the Newnan Cougars. Coach, great win Friday night, and it was a region win. Tell us all about going to Alexander and getting a big win.
Well, obviously it was a good win for us. It was one of those region games, you got to have it, and guys went over there, played good. Alexander got their starting quarterback back who's been out for a couple weeks, and so it was, they had some good athletes, and our guys played good from the beginning. We overcame, 2 or 3 things that were with some adversity that we were proud of, and we were just proud of the team effort. It was a total team effort. Defense played really good. Offense put up some good points. Yeah. Ethan Devers and the special teams had a really big night. Yeah. So it was a really good night overall. Proud of our guys, and glad we got the win going into the bye week. Right. And so that's big for us.
Coach, I think it speaks volumes to the resiliency of your coaches and your staff. To bounce back, go on the road, and like you said, your region is not for the weak. It is a tough region, but to go get that win on the road speaks volumes.
Yeah, I think I saw this morning on the Georgia High School Daily thing that comes out where our region was like the second toughest in 6A behind the one down in South Georgia. So, it's a tough region, and it's got good football teams in it. We're proud of our guys. Obviously, we're sitting at 2-2 in the region, and we got 3 games left. Got to go make some plays and win some football games.
Absolutely. Coach, your kids won in convincing fashion. And, like I said, it was just great to go bounce back, get on the road, get a win. Let's take a look at some of those highlights from Friday night.
Sounds good. Early on, the defensive guys, talked about them flying around. You see Brent Gregory. You'll see him pop up multiple times in the game. Had a big sack right there. One of the things I was talking about, the little adversity, is you see Antavius Berry, our starting tailback, who's been so big for us all year. That was his last play of the game, and that's sometime in the first quarter. He goes down with a foot ankle injury, and so it was one of the things that we had to overcome offensively was playing without Antavius. Mm-hmm. That next play you saw Jalen Teagle come in and have a big run, and then Brody Campbell with a touchdown pass to Jeremiah George to get the scoring started for us. There you see the defensive guys again.
They're swarming there. Good.
Flying around. The 2 ends we talked about a bunch all year. Mm-hmm. Zacharian Tucker and Caleb Reed played really good, specifically Caleb Reed. He was our defensive player of the game and had a great night. You see one of the big runs, Jalen Teagle, who was our offensive player of the game, ended up with 25 carries for 192 yards for the night.
It looks like he got a lot of those yards after contact.
Yeah, he did a really good job. And
gotta love those kickers.
Gotta love the kickers. Player of the game, Ethan Devers. How about that?
I love it, Coach. I love it. I love it.
I think that was he made a 39-yarder and a 40-yarder, so that might have been the 39-yarder. 6 out of 7 kickoffs went in the end zone, and had some good punts, and actually punted twice, wow. And one of them was instrumental. We'll see it in a little bit. That was big. That was a big play.
It's just muscle memory to him. It looks great.
Yeah, he is a really, really good football player. You see Corey Bowler, who's a junior, getting some reps for us, getting in there and making the guy move around, and Gregory coming in, finishing them all up. There you see Corey chasing them from the backside. I mean, you see our guys playing hard and flying around. Yeah, they did a lot of really good things. The 2 quarterbacks, Hayes McGinnis and Brody Campbell, probably had their best performance of the year, I would say. I think we ended up
just to see the growth from each week, Coach.
Look at that touchdown pass right there
for your entire team.
Yeah, and I think they ended up about 16 of 22 passing for the night.
That's awesome.
About 150-something yards, and so it was a big night for both of them. Mm-hmm. There's Caleb Reed. I told you about him flying around. There you see coming off the back edge with a big lick. And again, another big run by Jalen Teagle, who's just a junior. So we we're excited about his growth and development over the year too.
Like I said, a lot of these names I think Cougar Nation is going to be real familiar with as they continue to grow with each game and in each season.
There's Josiah Smith with a big play, 10th grade linebacker. There you see a big run by Teagle as well. We got to get your neighborhood connection in at least once,
so
right?
we always got to do the neighborhood connection.
But today we're going to get it done twice. There's Hayes to Gus.
The Gus Anderson.
On a touch. It's a big play. I put this on here. Ethan made a great save of a snap.
He did.
And then he's going to flip the field with a 50-yard punt that backs him up inside their 20.
Like you said, field position and hidden yardage, it can be a wonderful thing.
It really is. And so, there you see Josiah again and with a big play. Josiah has gotten better each and every week. He's done a great job. Again, flying around, I think you see Caleb right there again. I mean, he's just moving around. Special teams player of the week, Jeb Baggett. Watch this. It's 4th and about 2. We're going to kick a field goal and a little bad snap. Jeb picks it up and he's going to outrun him to the corner and get us a first down.
Look at the improvising and everything, Coach. That's some determination right there.
Heads up play that leads to the other neighborhood connection. Here's Brody. Gus going to do a good job breaking the route off, and Brody's going to find him for Gus's second touchdown of the night.
I love it.
Little sophomore tailback, Sean Greer gets in the game and makes some big runs. It was
he's going to be fun to watch.
He really is. It was a good night. So we were got a bunch of guys in that got to play. It was a good night.
Absolutely, Coach. Like I said, I think the phrase, you hit the nail on the head. It was just great to see kids flying around, and I know watching the highlights there, it's going to speak to your big play board. Let's hear all about your big play board.
Well, you start, I guess, with the player of the game. We talked about him, Ethan Devers, who 2 for 2 on field goals.
Awesome.
6 out of 7 kickoffs winning the end zone, which obviously, as a former kicker, you know the importance
I know field position
of the other team starting on the 20 every time.
Absolutely.
And then he had the big save on the snap of the punt where he flipped the field, so he did a great job on that. Special teams player of the week, Jeb Baggett. You saw the bad snap on the field goal. He picks it up and he's calls fire and gets out there and gets us a first down. The offensive player of the week, we gave that to the entire offensive line.
That's great.
We ended up rushing for about 225 yards.
It looked like
we had about 150 yards passing, and we played without a starter, and one starter probably sat out the first quarter or so. So they had a little bit of, we talked about some adversity. They had a little adversity. The offensive line, so starting left to right, Hudson Huey, Ian McCright, Ethan York, Dalen Heath, and then at the right tackle, we started off with Bryce Bradley, and then Zion Williams got some reps, and Jack Reese got some reps. And probably the best thing about that whole group right there, I think we got one senior lined up in there, and so, it's a good group of guys. Player of the week for the offense, skill guys, Jalen Teagle, as I said, 25 carries, 192 yards. On the defense, Caleb Reed, another big game by Caleb. He is playing lights out right now, and he's really done a good job. Then our Cougar Culture Award winner is going to go to Brent Gregory and Jameer Scandrick, both of those two seniors.
Great kids.
That had really good nights, and so
they did.
It was good. The big hit, I think you saw it with Caleb on the quarterback.
Yes,
That's 2 weeks in a row. He's gotten after the quarterbacks pretty good, and so it was good. And then our scout team guys, our Echo guys, C.J. Jackson, who's a freshman tailback, who we think is going to be a really good football player for us. And then defensively, Jordan George, a 10th grade defensive lineman. So it was a good week all the way around.
That's great, Coach. I love how you always give the shout out to my neighborhood connection with Gus, Brody, Porter Child, Hayes, McGinn. I mean, like I said,
all had good games the other night.
I love going by honking my horn at their homes. But like I said, and beyond, it was just a great overall team win. All the names that you mentioned right there. Coach, you're going into a bye week, which would be the second time, during the season, just kind of how the schedule worked out. Well, what are you looking to accomplish this bye week, and then as you kind of get ready to head back into region play?
Well, it's a little bit different in the first bye week because obviously you're in the middle of region play. You want to make sure you get healthy, do all those things. We got a routine that we use on bye weeks that we've used for a long time. We usually give them Monday off, and then we go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we give them Friday off as well. So in those days, those 3 days in the bye week, we like to do some, iron sharpens iron, a lot of one versus one stuff.
Oh, yeah.
To a point with some situations, maybe some third down situations, maybe some different things like that. We'll do those things during the week while also preparing for the next opponent.
Absolutely.
That gives us more than just the normal 4 days of prep time for the next opponent, which will be Langston Hughes. It's a balance there. We also have our last JV 9th grade game this week. We go down to LaGrange on Thursday, so we'll spend a little time with that as well.
Well, Coach, what is abundantly obvious, you're getting everything out of your kids, and it is a tough region schedule. Getting that second region win puts you right back in the thick of it. That's a great job to you, your coaching staff, and we're just super excited, like I said, as we continue to hit region play in the season. And keep up the good work, Coach. And like I said, we'll be pulling for you guys all the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck to you guys. And with that, we'll be back to Coweta Schools Game Day in just a few moments. That will do it for this week on Game Day. Thanks to all our head coaches, and best of luck to all our Coweta teams this weekend. We'll be back with you throughout the year, highlighting the great action on the fields and in the gyms of the Coweta County School System. Don't forget to like and subscribe to CCS TV. It helps to get the word out about all the great happenings throughout our school system. I'll see you soon.